Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about, is it beneficial for a source player to sell everything? Well, not usually.
Greetings. This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
All right, so materialism, minimalism versus selling everything, all right? In most cases, it will not benefit a source player to sell everything unless they are moving out of their current country to another country, or in some cases, if they are moving from one state clear across a country to another state. Decisions always need to be made, whether it's something you need, and if it's needed, can it be replaced cheaper than shipping it or carrying it with you? Things need to be weighed. Now, if you have a car, should you get rid of it? Well, if you need that car to live with freedom without being dependent upon other people and you can afford it, then no, don't sell your car. But doesn't mean that you should run out and buy a new one. Everything needs to be thought through using wisdom and your source self connection. It is very rare that your source self would tell you to sell everything. Well, you would still have personal items, clothes, a few suitcases if you were moving abroad with your most important things in it. Maybe your electronics, your computer, those type of things. As far as selling everything and isolating yourself, that is never beneficial for a source player. In other words, isolating yourself away from the game, going and fighting a cave to go hide in, or a woods, or to hide yourself away from the game. That's not experiencing anything but isolation. Now, isolation for a period of time, a month or two, which means getting away from everyone else, might benefit you to be able to do the shadow work and work through some things about yourself. But you need to be ready to deal with those issues. And if you're not ready, then isolating yourself and dealing with them is not going to benefit you. Sometimes you just need to go and spend a weekend and do the subconscious work. And it may take many weekends. Whatever your schedule and responsibilities allow, your extra time should be used to work on the why you are doing what you're doing, why you're making the choices that you're making. Are they beneficial choices? Where do those choices, what path is that leading you down? Choices are experiences, and every source player has many choices. Their frequency level will determine what those choices, how they will work out for them, and what choices that they are actually given. Now, I've said this before. If you are failing in your current situation, you are feeling lack, you are over in debt, you are all of these things. Moving, all right, if you were living higher than your means, then moving would definitely be a good idea to get rid of your debt load. All right? Debt is never a good thing. Never a good thing in this game. You're borrowing from tomorrow to experience something today that you don't legitimately have a right to experience because you're borrowing from the future. It puts stress, concern, and worry on you. It is not a beneficial thing. It's lower frequency. It is a very rare case that Source would tell a Source player to get rid of everything and leave their country of birth. It takes maturity to be able to handle that kind of a shift and kind of a move. It takes you out of everything that you know, and it puts you in an unknown, unexperienced culture and situation that has all kinds of challenges of its own. And if you haven't the resources or a job lined up or some form of provision planned ahead, and some type of provision saved up in your now that could carry you for several months going to a different country or moving to a different state. If you can't carry yourself and your personal responsibilities and care for yourself for several months without having to have a job, having to have some kind of income, then the answer should automatically be wait until you can afford the luxury of having a buffer to draw from. So you have time to find a job. You have time to adapt to the culture shock and not be overwhelmed by the experience. Some of you are sick and tired, literally sick and tired. And you want to shake things up and change your experience in the game. Well, you need to make sensible choices, not drastic choices, in a smart, creative way. Yes, change is a beautiful thing, or can be a beautiful thing, provided you have prepared yourself for the change. Some things can't be prepared for. They'll shock you. But it benefits you to prepare yourself as much as possible. The obvious thing here is if you keep doing the same thing that you're doing now, well, your results are not going to change. You have to change to experience a difference in your game. You need to have a sound mind in this game. Not be with your head in the clouds and not be grounded. And not be running around with conspiracy theories or fear. Get your mind settled and strengthened in your source self, in your source truth. Get a strong connection. And then, when you have your script unlocked and you're climbing the frequency ladder, things in your life will change. You will get provision and offers, and doors will open for you, and things that you never thought would come into your life could be presented to you because of your frequency and the law of attraction. You do the work, you raise your frequency, and then things start coming to you as a result of your frequency because you have done the work and you have prepared yourself and you are a frequency match to them. Now that goes for the game experiences themselves, and it goes for information with regards to the game. You need to be a frequency match to it to experience it and to know it. That's work. That's work that has to be done. And it's not easy work. It's very difficult at times because we never like to look inside, deeply inside, especially the first time, and see all those shadows and shedding light on the shadows. If you don't do the work, it will hinder you in this game because your subconscious programming will rule your game. The programming needs to be changed, and only you can do that for yourself. Only you can do that for yourself. Now, make the best choices for yourself, the most beneficial choices for you in your game. Now, depends on what you want to experience. If you want to experience low frequencies, well, those are choices you make. Now, if that's your intent to experience the low frequencies, well then, that's your choice. If you desire to experience the higher frequency things, then you have to make choices that take you that path that help you to climb the frequency planes. Choices. They're all choices. And you can do it. You're the best source players or you wouldn't be here to have this experience. Now, if you find the information that I'm sharing beneficial, then it benefits you to say thank you with a gift via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.